Women's pleasure and sexual fantasies. Nice. Now we're talking about the fun stuff. So Luke and Taran, you were not here. Yesterday we had a conversation on sexual escalation in the bedroom. So we're teaching you during the bootcamp how to escalate during the first date, but it's important as well that you continue to escalate when you're at home, when you bring her home, okay? So today it's all about the fun stuff. Women's sexual pleasure and women's sexual fantasies. Because I'm pretty sure that all of you guys, if you're here, if you want to get better with women, it's because you want to have fun, but I hope as well that you want to please women. You don't want to spend like 3-4 hours on a date and bring a woman home and just finish the deal in like 3 minutes or less, depending on your self-control. So women's pleasure, we're gonna start with women's pleasure in general, and then we can go into sexual fantasy. If some of you guys, you have some sexual fantasy that you would like to play with some woman, how to bring it on the table, how to talk about that, especially during first dates, okay? Because most men, they think that, oh, first date has to be vanilla, but if you play your cards right, you can really express your sexual fantasy and have a lot of fun after the first date, the first time you take a woman home. So, female sexual pleasure, how to please women. The one sentence, the one thing that I will share with you that you all need to remember, and if I can just give you one piece of advice today, fuck her brains before to fuck her pussy. You want to make love to her brain, you want to make love to her emotionally, before to make love to her physically, okay? So that's the whole part of the sexual escalation process. When you do sexual escalation, when you sensualize, when you tease her mind, when you bring her emotions up and down and up and down, and that you make her imagine the act with you, she will be ready to open her legs, okay? Because on the contrary, what most men do, the mistake that they do is that they rush for the pussy, they rush for the body, they rush for the pussy. There's no sexual tension, they're not arousing the woman is not ready, so she's either gonna say, no, I don't want to have sex with you, or she's gonna be like, let herself go, but it's gonna be like starfish, dry, and nobody's gonna enjoy, okay? So when you take the time to turn a woman on emotionally, to make her imagine the sex with you, then she get emotionally lubricated and then physically lubricated. You can make women really, really wet during the first date or when you're texting, okay? There was a text game class this morning, I think with Troy, but that's also like the part of the texting game. It's not just set up the date. Sometimes when you have to wait a bit, or if you want to bring the sexual tension with the text, that's something that I love to do. That's actually something that before a date, I always go for sexualizing the conversations through text, because you're really primer to come during the first date, and the first date is not, are we gonna talk about sex? It's gonna be, let's talk about what we were talking about face to face with the physical tension, okay? So women's pleasure, guys, if you do that, if you turn her on emotionally, she's gonna be ready physically, okay? Any questions on that? Really good question. How do you turn her on emotionally? You sexualize the conversation and you ask sensual questions and sexual questions. You play with polarity. You show her that you're a masculine man. You make her feel very feminine. Maybe you had a first date, or you're texting, you know, or the first approach, okay, you're texting, you know what I really liked? This dress on you made you really feminine. I really like that. When you say she's really feminine, you imply that you're very masculine, that there is this polarity, okay? You can even say like, as a masculine man, I do enjoy a feminine woman, and I have to say the dress that you were wearing, spot on, very sexy, okay? That's the kind of things that we're teaching you guys. The edge is that, like first text, this dress was very sexy on you. Can't wait to see it again. this kind of text, questions. What's your favorite feature in a man? What's your favorite feature on a man's body? Okay? What's your favorite way to be treated by a man? When you are with a man in general, do you prefer to be leading or do you prefer when a man takes initiatives? Because I'm an old school gentleman, you know, and I like to treat my woman right. So I like to take the lead. I like to take the initiative for everything. ... For everything. For her, inside the bedroom as well. She's gonna understand that and she's gonna play along. She's gonna play along with you. I like to take my time for everything. ... You know, I'm not like the 9 guys that you had before rushing into things. I take my time. And then, if you feel that you've been playing good and sensualizing and sexualizing the conversation, so tell me, what is one place that you've been very naughty? What's the naughtiest place you had fun with a man? I'm not using the word sex. We all know what we're talking about. Using also the vocabulary that you use. Naughtiness, or you're a naughty girl, being naughty, flirty, teasing. The words you use are very important that way. And play with that. You can also play with the how. David was saying yesterday, flip the script. Oh, I'm not an easy guy. You seem to be a very naughty girl. Oh no, I'm not. Oh, you're not? Too bad. Too bad. ... But we can change that. Boom, you're in, you play, you continue. And you're sensualizing the conversation. You had the first date, you were touching each other. Can't wait to continue to caress your soft skin. Maybe you were caressing her skin, you know, caressing her hands. She has soft skin, you complimented her. Can't wait to caress your soft skin again, but this time in a more private place, in a more intimate place, you know, because I want more of your arms, I want more of your hands. Push. What we said about from the outside to the inside. If you had the date and you've been touching there, then during the texting, can't wait to kiss your shoulders. Can't wait to have a lot of fun on your beautiful body because you made her feel feminine. She has like nice curves. You played with that during the first date. Then can't wait to see those curves without that dress, you know, without this dress on. The massage that I'm gonna give you is gonna be so sensual. Because if you've been like touching her during the first date, the physical part is there. So now it's about we stack, we go further. If she tells you, oh no, I'm not comfortable with that, please stop. You're a gentleman, you stop. But most women, you're gentlemen and you're very masculine, they will love that. They will just love that. Okay? Turn around emotionally. Watch some men that are for you, not for me, for you, very sexy. Like now we're not talking about flirty, we're talking about, you know, like very sexy. Me, it's Craig's Ferguson, but the Daniel Craig, or if there was only your little finger left of you, I would enjoy you. That's because you know what I can do with my little finger. Boom, beautiful, just smooth like that. When she's in that state, she's already like, she already starts to be wet. She's already considering you as a potential lover. So you just have to continue. You just have to continue on that road, okay? Also show a bit that you know the female body, you know woman's pleasure, you know? Or what's your favorite body part to be caressed? Like if I had to caress you right now to make you feel very feminine, where would that be? Oh, my hips. Yeah, actually I was thinking about your hips, you know, because you have such a beautiful skin, and again, can't wait to see those hips without this dress on, you know. You must feel so desirable and sexy in a beautiful lingerie. Go for that. Make her feel good about herself, make her feel sexy about herself, and she will be ready like, okay, so what's the plan? She wants you to set the plan, okay? My house, my rules. So it's gonna be tonight, 7 p.m. We're gonna go for a drink. You're gonna wear a nice and sexy red dress and make sure that underneath, black laces, black lingerie. I love black lingerie. She's gonna do that for you. They want that. They want a man who can lead. And if you make her feel like that, then when you take her to the bedroom, she's gonna love that you continue, okay? So women's pleasure, erogenous zones. Maybe all of you know them, maybe not. Erogenous zones, it's the part of the body when you caress them, it's more and more pleasure, okay? You want to build up the physical pleasure on the erogenous zones. The more erogenous zones you awaken, the more pleasure she will get, the easier it will be for her to let go, to be naturally wet, and to have one or many orgasms. Most women can have multiple orgasms. Most women don't know themselves that they can have multiple orgasms. Become the man who knows how to give multiple orgasms, teach her that, and she's gonna be yours forever. If you're the one teaching her how to have multiple orgasms, something she never experienced in her life, you're gonna be on red on the phone like, best lover I ever had. He made me discover my body. He made me feel the most feminine woman, okay? So you go with erogenous zones. The neck, earlobes, the wrists, the lips, the tits, shoulders, caress, the hips, the legs, inside of the legs. Of course, pussy and ass, okay? One thing that you want to avoid, very few women are into that, and sometimes you will always have to adapt. That's what I say, every woman are different, so that's the general guidelines, okay? But then what you want to avoid is the bony part. Why? Because they're just skin, there's no fat and muscles, so there is no less nerve termination. We have a doctor here so he can confirm physically. So you want to avoid elbows, knees, maybe ankles as well. Again, some women, if you just brush them on their knees, oh wow, don't do that. Why? Did I tickle you? No, actually, that was very, very sexy. Oh, really? That was very... If you do that, you got her. You got her because she's basically telling you what she enjoys, okay? The best way until you master the art of female pleasure and of physical sexual pleasure is to ask her, what do you like? What are you into? How do you like to be caressed? How do you like to be kissed? Do you prefer in circles or do you prefer up and down? Do you prefer soft touch or do you prefer more masculine touch? Some women, you do that, they will be like, I hate it. And they will prefer that a strong, firm hand. Some women, you do that, they will melt, okay? And so, from the outside to the inside, you go to the pussy and you caress, you kiss, you lick. What I always say, if you want to give a lot of pleasure to women, you caress with your fingers, you lick with your tongue, and you kiss with your lips. And that's also the moment where you can play. Be creative at the beginning, okay? Go on her body the way you want it. Caress the part of her body that you enjoy as well. Your ass looks so beautiful, and you grab it, and you caress it, and you kiss it, and you awaken more and more of these body parts. The more you take your time on the body, on the rest of the body, the more pleasure she will get when you go for the pussy. And it's really teasing. You know when we say teasing during the first date? Tease her during the sex. She's expecting you to rush for the pussy because all the men before you, they rushed for the pussy. No. My house, my rules. I'm gonna take my time. And even if I caress the outside of your pussy, doesn't mean that I'm gonna go inside. Take your time for all penetration. Every penetration is when there is penetration. It's not just with your cock, it's with your fingers as well, or with your tongue. So one thing that I like to do is to ask her before to penetrate her in a sexy way. Because if you've done the job right of foreplays and escalating, she's ready, you know. But you want to tell her, right now, like, I really want to play with my fingers inside of you. How many do you want? 1 or 2? You're giving her the choice, but you're not asking, can I penetrate you or not? I'm gonna penetrate you. How do you want to be penetrated? She's gonna tell you, oh, just 1 to start with. Or maybe she's gonna tell you 2. Or maybe she's gonna tell you, actually 3.
Book a call on the link below so we can help you map out exactly what you want in your dating life, the strategy, the vision, and we can help you get from A to B as quickly as possible, depending on what you want. That's the key thing. We've been doing this for 10 years. We've worked with thousands of dudes. We can save you your most valuable assets, which are your time, your attention, and your money, and get you from A to B as fast as possible. So book a free call, a free dating strategy consultation with us below.
Yeah. Or let's go. Why fingers? Why reducing to fingers? But that's it. I mean, we have some guys here who had some experiences of a woman surprising them in the bedroom, you know? So, like, sometimes you're gonna be surprised. And that's where you have to keep your cool. Okay, you're one of them. We can play. We can play. The lips, take your time, all her lips. I can't wait to kiss your lips, all of them. I just love this one. Like if you're texting, you know, it's like play with her lips there. There is like some signs that she's very aroused. The signs of woman's pleasure, aroused. Redness, puffiness, the lips, redness on the cheek, redness on the pussy. She's wet as well. The tits, the nipples getting hard. You can like even like you're gonna go dancing, do night game, and it's getting very frisky, and like all of a sudden you caress her like that, and you can feel that her nipples are very erect. You might be ready for more, you know. Those are the signs that she's ready to have fun and to get pleasure as well. Okay. Penetration for women. You want to take your time. Don't do like the other ones. And I would say she expects you to penetrate her very quickly, and just like, don't do that. You do the contrary. It's like, put your cock on her pussy and just stay there. On the pussy, not in the pussy, on the pussy. So that she gets used to your cock. She's gonna love that. You can play a bit with your cock, you can caress her. Then you go inside, very slowly. A few centimeters, and you pause. And you connect with her, and you kiss her, and you caress her. Guys, you have hands, use them. When you're making love, not like your hands, like most of you, you're training, you can go like walk your core, you know, one hand on the bed, the other one on the body, play with her, give her the pleasure, okay? And then you go inside, and slowly, maybe it's gonna be in different position. Missionary, doggy style, her coming on you. Sometimes it happens. They want, especially in Colombia, I must warn you, they love to go on top. Sometimes like they will jump on you, and it's like, okay, slow down, my lady. Especially if you have to control yourself, you say, okay, cool, but you stay there. Don't move. Keep your masculine, you know, your masculine energy. They love that as well. They love to be told, we're gonna do that way. We're gonna go at my pace, okay? And you just go, and you make love. Kiss her, eye contact, compliments. You want like the compliments. Most women, they complain that men, they don't talk, they don't express themselves. That can be grunting. If you're grunting, if you love it, like a very masculine grunt is so exciting for women. They feel feminine, they feel like so like this very small thing when you can take them and you control yourself. Jordan Peterson, The Beauty and the Beast, you know, you have the beast inside, you want to be trained as an assassin, but you want to control it. And you want to make her feel that. You can make her feel the most feminine when you are like, you're all on her, but there's always this like, this kissing that reminds her that you're present. This look that I trust you, you trust me. The compliments, you're so sexy. I just want to make you feel so feminine right now. I want to make you feel like a goddess. I want to give you so much pleasure that you will remember me forever or for many years to come. when you compliment her, when you make her feel this experience, that's when like you don't have to worry anymore about is she gonna answer to my text? No, she's like in 3 days she's gonna be like, hey, I'm free tonight. Are you? That's when women they call you back when you give them a great sexual experience. Unless sometimes, as we said, second date because the experience was so great that they freak out, and it's not about you, it's about them, you know. Any questions? So that's female's pleasure. Now, women's sexual fantasies. What do you think are the biggest women's sexual fantasies?
I think, I don't know, it's being raped by a couple of men.
Yeah.
Censored
Right,
by
I
people.
know that. Correct, woman.
Because it's just
There's no moral grounds for them on them. There's no moral onus for them. They're just being taken, and in the fantasy it's pleasurable, nothing like in reality. So a woman fantasizing about being raped doesn't mean that she actually wants to be raped.
Totally agree. Now, when you check like most of so I give you the biggest tip if you want to learn about female's pleasure and how to turn on a woman emotionally, read erotic literature. Why? Because what's the most sold book for women? 50 Shades of Grey, okay? But then there is like hundreds of them behind that nobody's talking about, but they're making bucks as well. They're making millions. And 80 to 90% of them, successful man, masculine man, dominant man, would take them, okay? Dominance. That is one of the, if not the biggest sexual fantasy for women is dominance. What's happening nowadays, guys? Like with what's happening in the world, there is less and less masculine men, okay? We're not talking about rapists. For me, rapists, they should be buried under the prison, you know, under the jail. We're talking about dominant masculine men. Guess what? Even the most hardcore feminists, when you ask them, like, how do you want a man in the bedroom? Do you want him to be submissive or do you want him to be masculine? Oh no, I want him to be masculine. Where are all the good men? Where are all the men who are like taking initiative? Where are all the men that can be dominant in the bedroom? And the same, like the key question, how do you bring dominance on the table? So tell me, in the bedroom, do you prefer a man who is dominant or do you prefer a submissive man? 95% of women actually prefer a dominant man. Okay, now we're talking. So what are you really into in terms of a man being dominant? Are we talking about like him grabbing your hands? Is it like a bit of choking? Is it like hair pulling? That's where like you go for that, because some women, they will tell you, I fucking love to be choked. I hate when you pull my hair. Okay, no hair pulling, but I'm gonna have my two hands on your throat and you're gonna be screaming and you're gonna be begging for more. Okay? So when you have like this green light, and again, the green light is like 90% of women, they want that, you just confirm it in a sexy way by asking this question. Then it's like, okay, now we introduce more plays, okay? It can be handcuffs, I have a belt, you know, that can be blindfold, I have my shirt or I have a towel. Everything that makes her feel feminine. And also think about the 5 senses. Senses deprivation is one of the best tools and one of the sexiest things for women. When you deprive her from one or many senses. Usually we start with blindfolding, okay, that's the easiest. But then there is like, you can't touch me, okay? Something that I love to do, audio deprivation. I would create a sexy playlist and I would put headphones on her ear. Then she can't hear anything and you make love to her. Now imagine that with a blindfold on. She can't see, she can't hear. What can she do? be in her body, experiencing the pleasure of being in her body. For a woman, this is incredible. I can tell you that 90% of women, they never had that in their life. Imagine how you're gonna feel and she's gonna feel when you're the man bringing that on the table, when you're the man making her feel that way. You become a god. She's gonna ask for more. Now, how do you do that? That's where I'd say, teach yourself. Read books, get a coach, watch some videos, some tutorials on very specific dominant action practice that you enjoy. Okay? I enjoy blindfolding. I've used the flog. It's not my jam. Okay, it's not my jam. I've done a 2 hours shibari course with the ropes and tying the ropes. Yeah, we had fun with my lady like 2 times with the ropes. Now the ropes, they are like in the room, you know, in the dust. So you will be able to discover what you enjoy, and then you find the training partner to play with. Don't be scared of expressing yourself to say, you know what, actually, like, I'm really into ropes. Have you done it before? Oh no. Would you like your first time? Because first time are always exciting, right? I love this one. Oh, it would be my first time. First time are always exciting. And you introduce her. Or, oh, actually, I love ropes. But I haven't been able to find a man recently who could like really play with me. Okay, here we go, let's dance together, let's play. Now, every woman are different. Some women, they will tell you, I'm really into making love outside, in a public place, in the water, like the feeling on the skin as well. Something that is very, very exciting for women as well, when you play with different sensations on the body. You can use feathers, you can use leather, you can use metal, you can use knives. I mean, when you go into BDSM, you can use fire, you can use candles. And rather than thinking just the physical part of it, it's the mixing with the emotional that will make the experience incredible and unforgettable. Okay? So even if you play with this kind of fantasy, blindfold, dominance, and things like that, always remember to be present emotionally and to turn around emotionally. Does it make sense? Cool. When you start to play with dominance, safe word, very important. You want to be the one bringing that on the table. The safe word is a word or a gesture that you use to tell her that she can trust you, and that if it goes overboard, we stop. Mission abort. Okay. Now, I'm gonna give you the exact protocol, the best protocol to talk about, to express the safe word, and to know that she will trust you and she will follow you. So you talk about the safe word. You express that you're gonna blindfold her. Now you tell her, we're gonna use a safe word. Do you know what it is? Yes, I know what it is. Okay, I just want to make sure that we're on the same page. Let me just explain to you. No, I don't know what it is. Okay, a safe word is to make sure that if we're going a bit too much, that you tell me with this safe word, stop. Because sometimes when we play with dominance and submission, oh, stop, stop. She doesn't want you to stop, okay? She wants to feel the masculine man who is going for what he wants. But if she tells you, if the safe word is pineapple, and she tells you pineapple, then you stop, okay? So the best way, me what I love is the traffic light. Green, yellow, and red. Green, everything is good, continue, we can play, we can go for it. It's straight. Yellow, orange. I feel a bit weird right now, but I don't want you to stop. Don't go harder, don't go further, but, you know, continue. Okay, but don't go too hard. I want to get used to that sensation. Okay, red, we stop. We stop and we talked about it. That was too much for me. We stop and we talk about it. A lot of guys, they stop here. It's already good, you've expressed that. But now, the trick for you guys to make sure that she will trust you and you can trust her and you will have the best sexual experience. Okay, we're gonna do it now. Give me your hands. Okay, I'm gonna pinch, or you can pinch her skin there or there. You tell her, I'm gonna pinch your skin and we're gonna play. I'm gonna tell you green, 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 yellow, yellow, and red, okay? When it's red, I want you to tell me red, and I stop. Okay, so you pinch her. How is it? Green. And you increase a bit. Oh, green, green, yellow. You say yellow? Yeah, yellow. And you stay there a bit. Okay, I don't go too hard, but I stay there. I don't push back. Okay, it's good.
Book a call on the link below so we can help you map out exactly what you want in your dating life, the strategy, the vision, and we can help you get from A to B as quickly as possible, depending on what you want. That's the key thing. We've been doing this for 10 years. We've worked with thousands of dudes. We can save you your most valuable assets, which are your time, your attention, and your money, and get you from A to B as fast as possible. So book a free call, a free dating strategy consultation with us below.
Okay, we can continue? Yes. And you continue. Oh, red. You stop. Now she knows that she can say red and that you stop. So she can trust you. And now to seal the deal, you look at her and you say, when you said red, did I stop soon enough? She's gonna tell you yes. That means that you respect her. Do you feel respected? Did you feel that I respected your red? Yes. Do you feel comfortable telling me red again if that may happen? No pasa nada. Do you feel comfortable enough to tell me red if that happen again? Yes. Now we can go. Now we can play. You know that she can say green, yellow, red, and let's go. And it's always step by step. Okay, don't go. It's not because you're blindfolded that you grab her, you throw her on the bed or against the wall and you do what you want, you know? Like again, if you're with this very confident, sexy woman, yes, you can go for it straight away on the wall, pin her on the wall. But it's always good to go like step by step and again to build this sexual tension. Any questions, gentlemen? Questions?
Was that pretty straightforward?
Yeah?
Good.
Cool.
When you do the audio thing, what do you have to listen to?
My favorite sexy Spanish songs, reggaetons. I would say like that's where like when you're playing by text, you ask her, so what's your favorite music to listen to when you want to feel feminine? What's your favorite music when you want to feel sensual? Maybe that's gonna be black metal. There's some women that love black metal. Cool, if you like black metal, put some black metal. It's gonna be like game on, okay? Sometimes it's gonna be classical music or whatever. When she tells you that, okay, cool. I take notice of that and you make them listen. For me, my favorite, sexy Spanish, like you're young, but early 2000 R&Bs, like Usher, Janet Jackson, this kind of vibes, for me, it's like very, very sexy, you know? But again, the better is to ask her what's your first her favorite music, and then what's the most sensual music for her. What is the music that she likes to listen when she wants to feel feminine? Like something that you can say, if you wanted to dance with a man and feel like feminine and sensual, what's the music you prefer? Go on YouTube, find a playlist, sexy playlist, or create your own. Takes about half an hour, and boom. An hour of playlist, if you play an hour with like an audio like that, she's gonna have an experience that she never had.
When you do the green, yellow, red demonstration part, how do you like incorporate that in the beginning? Do you like start escalating and then you pause for a second to start talking about that?
Really good question. If you've done the job right of the escalation, you're already like, it's kind of foreplays, you know, verbal foreplays, you know that you're gonna play together and you know that she enjoys being feminine. So she wants you to be masculine, she wants you to be dominant. So during the foreplays, maybe you're undressing her and you say, look, let's talk about something. Not, can we talk about something? Let's talk about something. You stay in that role of being dominant. Let's talk about something first. And like she thinks that you're gonna go for her. Hey, my house, my rules. First of all, let's talk about something. I want to have a safe word together. Boom. Sensual voice, eye contact, smile. You see? Like, okay, like we're talking about sex right now and things, but because you're there, because you're dominant and you're present, She will follow you. Mister,
Yeah, I was kind of asking one of the same things, like going back on the point of the stoplight, and then so what is that like? You're trying to basically have a sensation to match the red, yellow, that.
exactly.
Have her, you test it, you have her tell you, so she feels, you know, like that she'll feel kind of.
Exactly. And so what you said, test. You tell her the safe word, and straight away you say, okay, now let's try that. Now let's test that. I want to make sure that we trust each other. And boom, you do that.
Because sometimes they want to please you, and they might let you push it further than what they want. So you have to be sure that she's not stopping.
And that's why you have her to say red. Like, it's a really good point. A lot of women, they will be like, they want to please you and they force themselves, and it's almost, you can feel it, and it's like,
They don't want to admit.
exactly.
That
Hey honey, like, what's going on? I can feel that there is some sort of blocks right now. Like, you can tell me if it's getting too much. If you do the traffic light and you test it, there's no problem because she knows that she can say red. I want to talk about, let's go back to women's pleasure, which is like, I think very important maybe, and it's the thing as well, like guys, if there is like specific things you want to ask, go for it, because for me it's like natural. I talk about that every single day, and for me it's like second nature. But let's go back to female's pleasure. Female's pleasure. The clitoris. Everybody's good on the clitoris. Clitoris. I would love no actually. We're good. We're good. Yes, we're good. We're good. We're good. So clitoris, you want to be soft at the beginning. You want to do it over the hood. There's a little bit of skin on the top. You want to caress her or kiss her or lick her on the top of the hood. Play with the pussy lips on the outside, then on the inside, okay? In circles or up and down. Circles or up and down, it's really good. Then, again, on the outside, when you play on the outside, between the legs, you're also playing with the inside, okay? Like the clitoris, there is outside and there is inside. So you can really like play with that. Now, inside, G-spots. The G-spot, 1 or 2 knuckles in. If she's on the bed, on her back, it's like up toward the belly button, okay? You go up. Most men, they do the mistake, in and out, in and out, in and out. The nerves, they are like on the walls of the vagina. The G-spot or the G-zone, different for every woman, but 99% of women, they have a G-spot. Inside, 1 knuckle or 2 knuckles. The simpler, most exciting thing you can do for a woman is the come here, like a wave, and very slowly, very gently. That's it. Add on top of that, licking in circles on the clitoris, and you're like in the top 1%. So it's like at the beginning, you're like, oh fuck, like, okay, so it's like bad, and then it's in circles, and I miss the rhythm. It's all good. At the beginning, it's a bit messy, but she's gonna love it anyway, okay? For some women, very important to say that, for some women, it's very powerful. The G-spot, they never had the G-spot stimulated or played with, and it's very powerful. So sometimes you're gonna have women, stop, okay? What do? You stop, but you don't pull out. You stay there, you say, hey, tell me, am I hurting you or is it like really pleasurable? Oh no, like it's very powerful. Okay. You never had that in your life? You might presume that because if it's too much. You never had that in your life? Oh no, it feels like, okay, cool. We're gonna take our time. But I really want you to be able to let go and to feel fully feminine. You can trust me. So you stay there, you can caress her, pull a bit, but then you tell her, you go inside again and you play with her. If you feel that she's tensing up, breathe. You breathe. You lead by your action. You lead by your action. If you breathe slowly, she will breathe slowly. If you open your body language, she will open her body language. Okay? And so if you feel that she's tense, breathe with me. Deep breathing. Compliment her and tell her, relax. You can trust me. If she can't relax, that means she can't trust herself or can't trust you. So this I know it sounds woo-woo, but this, you can trust me, I trust you, you can trust me. For a lot of women, that's the key for, okay, yeah, I can let go. And you tell her, you compliment her, let go. Your pleasure is so sexy. It's so sexy for me to see you get this pleasure, receive this pleasure, to feel this pleasure inside of you. And you invite her to let go. The same. If you are fucking her hard and pounding her and she's loving it, tell her, I want you to let go. Scream as loud as you want. You know, enjoy as much as you want. Do you feel like a goddess right now? Yes. Louder. Tell me how feminine you feel right now. I feel so fucking feminine. Good. And make her feel that way. Guys, like some of you, they had that. Some of you, they will have that. For me, it's the best feeling in the world. When a woman tells you, you make me feel like a goddess, you just made me feel like a goddess. I never had this pleasure in my life before. Some of you knows that I'm really into older women. Like my woman is 20 years older than me. When you do that to an older woman, she tells you, I've never had this pleasure in my life before. Job done. Job done. But it's the same with young women. There's one thing that we need to talk about. When you're an amazing lover, with young women, they fall in love really quickly. With great powers come great responsibilities. You have to know that some women, it's almost, you will give them the biggest orgasm of their life and they will be like, oh, I love you. And straight away they will feel like self-conscious. It's okay. Hey, it's okay. Like I know like it's pure love right now. Like right now it's like this pleasurable love. Don't be the guy like, oh, she told me like she loves me, I need to run. Okay, no. It's not like, she's not gonna become codependent, but right now this is pure love for a woman because you made her feel that way. You're there now. If you're into one night stand or you don't want a relationship with them, you have to make it clear. Hey, look, we had a great time. We can have a great time again, but I want you to know that I'm open, that I'm seeing other women, or that I don't want a relationship right now. Because I'm telling you, this is gonna happen. You will remember this word. When you're gonna give this great sexual experience with women, they will get attached. Some will get attached very quickly. Why? Because when you give them this sexual experience, they get rid of some traumas and you're the saver. Oh my God, like I have this crazy, beautiful sex god. He's the future husband and the future father of my children. That's what's happening. Because you're great, because you're masculine, you're dominant, and you made her feel like she never felt before in her life. So be aware of that. I think it's important to address that because sometimes men, they freak out too much or they don't know what to say, and that's the worst. It's always better to be clear because look, like you gave her just an amazing sexual experience. If you say, I'm not looking for a long-term relationship, you're still the best lover she had, you know? So it's like, okay, oh, goddamn, I wanted him to be my boyfriend, but he's really good in the bedroom, so might as well do it again. But that's true. They come back for more. But be aware, because some women, especially like women who have tendencies for codependency or insecure attachment style, they will ask for more, but that's gonna be, you're gonna see that they're gonna call you and it's like every 2 days and then it's every day and you're like, okay, the sex is great, but I can feel that she's getting too attached. Or you have great sex and then you want to be alone and oh, can I sleep with you tonight? If you don't want her to sleep, that's absolutely fine to say, look, like tonight I just want to stay by myself. Be a gentleman, call a Uber, but that's your time to be with yourself. Or if you want to continue and play with you, okay, we can sleep together and tomorrow we have fun. But by 10 o'clock, I have to work, I have to go. My house, my rules.
Book a call on the link below so we can help you map out exactly what you want in your dating life, the strategy, the vision, and we can help you get from A to B as quickly as possible, depending on what you want. That's the key thing. We've been doing this for 10 years. We've worked with thousands of dudes. We can save you your most valuable assets, which are your time, your attention, and your money, and get you from A to B as fast as possible. So book a free call, a free dating strategy consultation with us below.